Hi, welcome back. I'm here with Brent Brando, and he's got an amazing story that I want the audience to understand. Brent, first, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's been a long time. I've been a big fan, and really, really happy to have you on the show.
Thank you, Wes. And thanks for having me. It's nice to have a platform to get the story out there, share it with people. I think it'll inspire a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I was moved. So, Brent, if you don't mind, take us back to last night and just share with everyone out there a little bit, set the stage. What happened?
Sure. So I'm at a Widespread Panic show. Everything is very heady.
Oh yeah.
So I had to use the restroom. Went to a big line of porta johns.
Is that a normal thing that you go to the restrooms at concerts?
For me, yes.
Okay.
Constantly. Pee city. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I understand.
So I go to this line of porta johns, and I use the restroom. I walk out, and at that time I was approached by a gentleman who had a dog with him. And I don't know what you know about Riverside Park, but you're not supposed to have dogs in there.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And this guy had the biggest dog in there with him. So
Not a little dog.
No, this dog was a good size.
What was the name of that dog?
Dog's name is Cassie.
Cassie.
And I'll tell you how I know. So as I'm coming from the porta johns, a gentleman came up to me and said, "Hey man, do you mind if I get weird?" And when someone asks you if they want to, is it okay to get weird? The answer is always yes.
Do you think he was attracted to you? Was that the kind of weird he was talking about getting?
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I looked amazing. But that turns out that wasn't the direction this was heading.
Okay. Too bad.
So this gentleman said, "Can he hold my dog and my two 20-ounce tall boy PBRs, and for some reason all the water there was in cans. So it was an unopened can of water." And I said, "Certainly. It's how long could it take for a gentleman just to use the restroom and be right back?" So he handed me his dog leash, and then rather than go straight to the porta johns, he took a dirty left and just scampered off into the night air.
What was going through your mind at that time?
I think it took a minute for it to sink in what had just happened.
Yeah.
But I think my mind immediately went to what's my life going to look like now with Cassie?
You start imagining all the trips you could take with that dog.
Yeah, and it was a big dog.
Journeys.
Yeah, it was a big dog. The dog was wearing it looked like a vest made of cargo shorts. I don't know what was in all the pockets.
Lots of storage.
This dog. Yeah, the dog was also, I think, half dog, half mule for this gentleman. But he was gone for a while. He was gone for quite some time, long enough that I felt as though I may have to talk to some some worker there. I was playing all the different scenarios in my head. Where is this dog going to go? Where does it need to go?
Do they have dog recovery services at the
No.
theater?
No, they don't.
Well, we're gonna have to make some calls into that.
Yeah, that dog wasn't supposed to be there. I had a lady that came up and she said, "Is this a service dog?" And I said, "I don't know." And she said, "I train service dogs." I said, "That's great. Do you want this one?" Because I don't know if it is or not. But anyway, the gentleman came back. He returned. He was speaking Elfish, I think. So not all of it came through. But he handed me something in the dark, and it was hard, And my initial thing was, hey, we're at a Widespread show. Maybe this guy is giving me some edibles as a nice little treat for holding his dog, And I felt it more, and I was like, no, this guy just gave me a rock. He gave me a rock. And I was like, well, happy thing. Cassie's back together with her family. But as I walked a little farther and got under a light, I pulled out the rock that he had given me, and it wasn't a rock at all, Wes.
No?
It was a crystal. Oh. Possibly a shard from the dark crystal. Energy that humans can't even.
How have you been feeling since you've had this crystal?
Strangely powerful.
I bet.
And lucky.
Very lucky. Well, we're lucky to have you today.
No, man. Thank you for the Moses. Thank you. Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks for sharing your story. All of you, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back next week. Thank you.